Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to the Summit Experience. I'm going to be doing a reading from the 1st to the 15th of July. Of August, sorry. Pardon me, you guys can't see much of the mess right now, but when I move the computer, I'm sure you guys will be able to see it. I am packing out of my apartment, so my clothes are everywhere, my boxes are everywhere. So pardon me if you do see the mess. That's just what is happening. If you want a private reading, you can find me on, just check the description box. If you look below this video, there's a description box if you want a private reading. The steps are all listed. And if you want to get a private reading through Instant Go and ask me a one-off question, please be mindful. First of all, don't private it, because when you private it, if you call me, I won't be able to get back to you because it's like calling with a block number. And also don't, if you send me a one-off question, please give me 24 hours to respond to your question. Thank you. Let's get started. We just had separation pop out of the deck. So let's see. Wedding, let go of control issues, and true love right here. Release your ex as an overall energy. Let's start to clarify. Wedding, let go of control issues, and true love. The High Priestess, Pisces, Nine of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. Eight of Pentacles here as an overall energy. Under that, the Hierophant, which is Taurus, and the Four of Pentacles. Okay. So some of you could be doing an Earth sign or Pisces. So Taurus, Virgo, Pisces, perhaps also Capricorn. Let go of control issues. It's like you're not trusting yourself, Scorpio. You're not trusting yourself. You're not trusting yourself. You're not trusting yourself. You're not trusting yourself. You're holding on to something I feel like you should be letting go of, and it's because you're not trusting yourself. You're putting a lot of energy into a person or a situation that is not for your highest good. Some of you might have someone coming in, but why this let go of control issues? Some of you might have someone new coming in. There might be a new love, maybe from a Pisces or a Taurus or Capricorn or Virgo, or it's someone you've dealt with before in the past, and then there's someone new coming in, and you're not allowing it to fester. You're not allowing it to grow because you're holding on too tightly to something from your past, is what I'm seeing here. Let's see. The Fool, the World, and the Five of Wands. Conflict, the Fool, freedom as well, and the World, wrapping up of a cycle. The Star, Aquarius, and the Two of Cups. It's like and that goes perfectly with the true love and the wedding. Someone might be getting your heart's desire, or there might be someone in your environment. Even if some of you, it's not even about another person, it's about you coming into union within yourself. For some of you, it's not even about the other person. It's not like there's another person. For some of you, it is about you. Because I always tell people the Two of Cups doesn't always mean that another person is coming to you. Sometimes the Two of Cups represent you coming into balance within yourself, your yin and your yang, your divine masculine, your divine feminine within yourself. It's not always about another person. And I'm feeling like someone here is holding on to something I'm seeing how it's playing out for different people. Some of you are holding on to a relationship that has reached its expiration date, and it's reached the expiration date, but you're holding on to it, and that's giving you anxiety. It's not for your highest good. as pertaining to that situation. Others of you are single and you're needing to let go of yourself because there might be a person that's coming in, a new person. I feel like this would be a new person, not necessarily someone from the past. And it's a new chance to start anew. It's a chance to start anew. It's a chance to have a relationship, but you've been hurt before. There's fear here associated with this person, or fear in general, even within self. And that's keeping the relationship stagnant. There's a stagnancy here. Some of you have met a person that you're destined to be with, but there's a lot of conflict between the two of you. It's like you two can't meet eye to eye. You two can't meet. The love came with a lot of conflict. There's a lot of history here between the two of you. Maybe a lot of like petty arguments, 5 of Wands. This wouldn't be like someone really wanting to hurt you or you wanting to hurt them, but it's just unnecessary petty arguments. And if you guys are going to be able to move forward, you're going to have to release that. Both of you, these two major arcanas right here, the High Priestess and the Fool, you're going to have to release that because of higher knowing so you can move into something more stable and grounded. You need to listen to each other. You need to find where each other are, as pertaining to your perspectives. Pretty much, you need to see how you match with each other. And I feel like for some of you, it's a good relationship, but too many petty arguments. You might also have someone that you're dating trying to control you, being very being very demanding, or you might feel like they're being very demanding, and that's what's keeping this relationship blocked. Leo, the Moon, okay, 9 of Swords, the 7 of Cups, the Strength. Nine of Swords, anxiety. And it goes with the let go of control issue, anxiety. Either you, as pertaining to this one, either you are trying to control someone or they're trying to control you, or at least you feel that way. And it's giving you anxiety, it's giving them anxiety. You guys are not meeting in the middle. There's a lot of, again, I'm getting this kind of like argumentative energy. It could be with a Virgo because we have Venus in Virgo right here. They might be wanting you, because the world is expansion, growth. They might be wanting you to kind of expand your horizons, or you might be wanting them to expand their horizons, your mindset, to go beyond what you know, but that doesn't bode well with you. And it could be vice versa, where you want them to expand their horizons, their mindset, but it doesn't bode well with them. Because there's this sense here of things aren't matching up, we are not matching up. But you're both in love with each other. Others of you are just needing to free yourself from a person. You might have some kind of a karmic bond with the wedding there with a person, and you're needing to free yourself from that person. Release yourself, because they are keeping you in the shadow. They are keeping you in your shadow. They might be showing up very, they could be very manipulative. You could do with an Aries, a Pisces, that is keeping you very well in a state of confusion, constant anxiety here. And it might be due to some kind of karmic bond that is needing to be released. One of you is needing to free yourself. At least you are needing to free yourself, Scorpio, from this person, or they're needing to free themselves from you. because you guys are going around and around and around in circles. And then with the true love, these two people can make it, they can make it, but the overall energy being releasing things from the past, it doesn't really necessarily have to be an ex, but it will be releasing things from the past. So with the true love, the Ace of Cups, of the Five of Wands, the Strength, these two people can make it through. I usually don't like divide my cards like that, but I'm feeling like I'm getting different stories, so I'm dividing it and I'm seeing how these stories are adding up. So these two people can make it through. There is love here, like true love, but you're both gonna have to be tempered with the Strength. Be very tempered. You could do it with a Capricorn or a Leo. You're going to have to be tempered with the Strength. Because there's still a lot of things from there's still, you guys, I feel like you guys, again, I'm still getting, it's like the whole reading is telling me it's the same thing, but in different ways. Because the overall energy being released, there's a need here, either you're going to release control, you're going to release your mind to become more expansive, to be able to assess them. Some of you are needing to release a person who is keeping you stuck and stagnant and confused. Every time, they come into your life, they leave you a mess. They leave you in your feelings. You don't know how to think. You don't know how to act. It's just a mess. And some of you are needing to release your ego in a relationship. But these two people would be together. Even though they're arguing, they still feel a very strong bond with each other. So it's really about releasing the ego, to listen to each other, to tame yourself with the Strength, listen to each other, and not be so quick with them. Some things, and I always say that some things in relationships are not even worth arguing about. And I consider myself a fairly argumentative person, but if I can do it, you can do it too. I'm a Virgo, trust me. I criticize, but some things I just find that are not even worth the headache that they bring into a relationship. They're not worth the discomfort that they bring into the relationship. They're not worth, it's not worth it. So that's where you have to like sit within yourself and analyze yourself and think, on a scale of, I don't know, 1 to whatever, how does this make me feel? Is it worth talking about? Is it worth starting an argument? Were they this way before we got into a relationship? Did I notice this pattern? Did I think they were going to change because we got into a relationship? Because if you like them when they were a certain kind of way when you got into a relationship, then you like that part of them as well. Unfortunately, the honeymoon phase does fade out, and you start to notice the cracks, and you start to notice the flaws, and you start to notice, and you start to become irritated by certain things. But again, because you can't change a man, you can't change a woman, you can't change a person. So, and that's what a real true love relationship is about. It's not about changing the person. It's about seeing who the person is and how they come up and how they show up in your life, weighing the pros and the cons. Okay, so they don't do the dishes. For someone like me, I can live with that because I do the dishes. I actually like doing the dishes. I'll wash the dishes, and it helps me think. So if they don't do the dishes, I would like them. I would like that. I would like if they could, because it keeps the house clean. Being a Virgo and all, even though I'm not the most organized Virgo, but being a Virgo and all, I love my kitchen and I love my bathroom. So yeah, if you can keep the kitchen clean, I will appreciate it. But if you don't, I'll do it myself. If you can, no, the bathroom, the toilet seat, you have to clean it. That's not an option. Every time you use it, you have to clean it. But I don't like seeing piss anywhere. I don't. No. Ew. Clean it yourself. But everything else, the mirrors, I can clean that. The bathtub, I can clean that. That doesn't bother me. So I pretty much what I'm trying to say is you pick and choose what is worth getting into arguments. The reason I'm saying this is because it's a petty argument. It's not like, oh, you cheated on me, oh, you've been lying to me. No, these are like petty things that you guys are arguing over. And it's something that can be handled with enough care and enough, courage and enough temperance, self-control, instead of blowing up, because the intention is never, their intention is not that of trying to look down on you or insult you, and your intention is not to look down on them or insult them, but it's just like being two different people, two different upbringings, very similar yet very different. Because you'll notice that in a relationship, you'll find a lot of your similarities in the person that you date. A lot of similarities, maybe backgrounds, especially in soulmate relationships, you find that, the way you guys think will be very similar and yet so different. It's like, where do we meet? Where do we meet? On one hand, we're very similar, but on the other hand, we're very different. Like my soulmate and I were raised kind of in the same environment. Not we're raised. They were raised in America. I was raised in Africa, but we were raised kind of the same way. I've shared it before on the channel. I was raised kind of like a foster child, moving around. They were raised like a foster child, constantly moving around. We didn't know each other, but we went through so many of the same kind of life cycles, but the way that shaped me made me more introverted, and it made me more, I gotta look out for myself. And the way it shaped them, it made them more extroverted. It made them, I gotta look out for myself as well, but more like I have to prove myself to people. So they do things to prove themselves to people, where they buy things and, they buy a nice car and they like to stunt, go to parties and show off. Does that make sense? So the way we reacted to the conditioning was different, and my way is not necessarily right, their way is not necessarily right, because I became very closed off. I don't trust people. I seclude myself a lot, and it's something I've had to work on to heal, but it's kind of that energy of the way we both reacted was very different. Pretty much all I'm saying is that there are more similarities between these two people than I don't know what's the opposite word for similarity? And synonymous, synonym, and antonym. I don't think that would be valid to use though. Sorry, my Virgo brain is acting up. Anyways, there are a lot more similarities than not between these two people, and whatever this pettiness is, they can fix it. They can fix it because the true love is there. Anyways, I hope that made sense. Thank you guys so much for being here. Again, if you want a private reading, check the description box. Look just down below the video, and all the steps to booking a private reading will be listed. Thank you guys once again, and I wish you guys the best. Bye-bye.